Hello, welcome to the Newspaper Review here on Top TV. My name is William Sabule, and this morning with me is Mr. Victor Sioko.
Thank you, sir.
And we are going to be doing this together. Thank you very much for always making it through.
Day.
Happy Democracy Day to you too,
Yeah,
and
thanks.
to all of us. Happy Democracy Day. Today is the 13th day of June, 2022. A day right after the actual June 12th, which is the Democracy Day. But I mean, the holidays are here. You know, federal government declared today as a public holiday just to celebrate and commemorate the Democracy Day. Very important day in Nigerian history, and it's a good thing. I hope you're enjoying your day as you join us on the review of our headlines here. And for those of you that are just seeing this video for the first time, this is where we bring you the headlines, and we'll go through the headlines on newspapers around Nigeria, and we'll get to analyze what is on those headlines. Do well to stay connected to us by first, subscribing to this channel. Do that by clicking on the subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to turn on your notification. It helps you get notified whenever we come on with a new episode of the program. All right, let's go to the newspaper headlines for today. Mr. Victor, we'll start with Daily Trust newspaper. And let me start from the top part of that paper. It says here, more hardship for Nigerians over rising inflation. Power cut, fuel food shortages, World Bank speaking there. And also we see here nationwide outage as electricity grid crashes to zero. And then the major headline here says, Democracy Day, Nigerians seek more dividends. We must get it right in 2023. Governor speaking, don't use religion, ethnicity for campaign. CDD tells politicians there. Abiodun Fintiri free 49 inmates. That's what they say. And you find stories of all of that on page 4 and 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Mr. Victor, let's talk about Democracy Day. I mean, it was yesterday, and we heard the speech of the president. He talked about, the fact that one of the major things I took home from that speech was the fact that he hammered on the need, or that he is going to ensure that there's going to be a free and fair election. And he also made it clear, as we all know, that by next year, Democracy Day, he's not going to be the one giving this speech anymore. It will be our new president. Do you see him coming through with his promise, with the current, setting so far?
Okay, yes. I think I will give him kudos with respect to what has happened with the APC convention.
Yeah.
In as much as there were strong indication that he wanted a consensus, he wanted his person to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, but he had to. I think the powers that be had to make him go subtle. That, in my opinion, it was free and fair election. Okay, in as much as yes. There are still high indication that money exchange hands. Okay, that's for money exchanging hands is another character issue with the Nigerian politician and its people. Okay, so that aside, but I need to congratulate the president with respect to the June 12th. Okay, mind you, Democracy Day was May 29 before now. Yeah. He was the one that moved it to June 12 so that we can actually say that we are remembering Moshood Abiola. Mind you, June 12th is a very historic calendar for Nigerians. Yes. You remember what happened in 1993, where we had Abiola, who is a Southwestern, and Tofa, who is from Kano State. Yeah. They slugged it out. It was more like an election that was, you see the people, in fact, it was so free, in as much as it was under the regime of General Babangida. It was so free. Even in the sense that even General Babangida himself annulled the first primaries that happened between the SDP and the LDP. You find out that even with that, the election still went, as in you could see the clamor from the people, from the youth. Yes. They just wanted that leadership in Nigeria. And the preaching then, in fact, what happened in 1993 is not so apart from what is happening now.
Yeah, sure.
Abiola preached for hope. And as it stands today, Nigeria lacks hope. Yeah. The common man on the street lacks hope. He preached against poverty. Yeah. He fought poverty. Mind you, he was a philanthropist. He was a businessman. So he preached poverty, and poverty at the rate right now,
Yeah.
is higher than 1993 as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, sure.
More Nigerians are impoverished. People cannot feed. People have lost their jobs. Even with the addition of COVID, people lost many jobs. So, like I said, the difference between 1993 and now, it's not so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you go down to the history lane. What happened in 1993? Right now we have a Muslim from Yoruba. Mind you, then he was a Muslim from the Yoruba extension. Okay, Tinubu, Lagos. Mushood Abiola from Abeokuta in Ogun State. Now, what they are now saying today is that if Tinubu comes out with a Muslim ticket, that is what is trending from the APC's side now. That if Tinubu comes out with Muslim ticket, that it does not matter, because back then, Mushood Abiola came out with a Muslim ticket in the name of King Igbe.
King Igbe, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I want to tell them, the APCs and the powers that be in APCs, that it is not business as usual.
Yeah.
In 1993, the difference between 1993 and today, in terms of religious line, is too broad.
Big, yeah.
It's too broad. In 1993, there was nothing like a killing for blasphemy. In 1993, there was no banditry. There was not a group of persons that want to Islamatize a particular region.
Yeah. We had a lot more tolerance between, the two religions,
Exactly.
the two major religions
Exactly.
in Nigeria. Yeah.
In fact, even in the person of Enko Abiola, he was visiting churches, he was donating. In fact, he was the man of the people. He was not divided on ethnic lines. Nigeria wasn't this tensed up. Okay, yes, we've been having issues with ethnicity and religion, but the peak of it is about now.
Yeah.
So, we hope, like what the president has said, sorry, let me cut it here. We hope from what the president has said that he wants a free and fair election. And mind you, in 1993, why he also made that comment, I believe, is because of the hands of Ibrahim Babangida towards that election. Mind you, the election happened in 1993. Oh, come on, sorry, please. Mind you, the election happened in 1993. And by 1994, Abiola came out and declared himself winner. Mind you, the election was annulled that same 1993, just 2 weeks after the election.
Yes.
Babangida came out. In fact, you even see there was a bit of tension, and as in from the aspect of Babangida, because he wasn't himself. He wasn't the one. Just like we are saying today now that there are cabals and cabals.
Yeah.
Okay, and mind you, even after the annulment, Sani Abacha took over. Sani Abacha pushed him out of office.
Yeah.
And came in. Then by 1996, okay, he had already been locked up in 1994, as in Mushood Abiola.
Yeah.
By 1996, his wife, Kudirat, came out publicly to support the husband. Lo and behold, she was assassinated. Yeah. Till date. In fact, Nigeria is a jungle. Nigeria is really a jungle. Because when all these atrocities happened since 1993, up till date, nobody has been found guilty. Nobody is paying for the irresponsibility part of the government. Yeah. Nobody is paying for the crime committed, for the negligence. Yeah. No. Up to date. So I pray. There's a whole lot of tension right now, but I pray, just like the president has said, let him act like Goodluck Jonathan. Let him do same thing like Goodluck Jonathan. Just leave it for the masses. Leave it for the people to select who they want to lead them come 2023.
Look, listening to the president yesterday, that's what he promised Nigerians, and we're hoping that he comes through with his promise. And we're also, counting on a lot of these politicians to give peace a chance come 2023. We don't need another rounds of violence or any sort. I mean, but we are really praying hard, because the youths are beginning to rise with the emergence of, the completion of these primaries and the emergence of some political leaders that, are beginning to raise a lot of questions, and thus a lot of young people are beginning to say, man, we're not going to sit back and watch a repeat of what has been transpiring over the years. And this time we want to make a change. So they are up again, and we're hoping that, yes, that powers that be will really let them decide. there should be a decider in 2023. And if the process is free and fair, we might just see something different from what we know. All right, moving on, let's go to Daily Sun newspaper with the headlines there. We start from the beginning part, the top part of the paper, I mean. It says, 2023 presidency, Omahi attacks Ohaneze, orders. That story is on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Also, we see here, PDP to Buhari, you're only playing lip service to democracy. That story is on page 29 of the Daily Sun newspaper. And that's the big headline here. It says, VP slot, PDP, APC elders step in. Muslim ticket won't fly. Khan wants ruling party again. Crack in PDP Governors Forum as Wike Okowa orders intensify lobby. That story is on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. So we're back with the lobbying for VP slots at both parties. Let's talk about the both parties, PDP and APC. All right. In one of the reports, we hear that the APC is set to announce their VP slot by Wednesday of this week. So we can't wait to see who that will be. But also the PDP, the House of PDP, they are yet to give us a clear sign of where, the pendulum will swing to as regarding who they are going to pick for the VP slot. What's your thoughts in all of this?
Okay, I will start with, let me start alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do APC first. Okay,
Yeah.
So for the APC, there is this strong rumor or indication saying that Tinubu wants to pick a Muslim candidate. Okay, because from the aspect, mind you, if you're picking a VP, you should pick somebody that will come with his or her own army. Okay? So I do not blame them for making these permutations. Okay, right now, from the Christian folks in the APC that they are, in quote, clamoring to become VP, you have persons from the Northeast. Actually, the APC wants to get their VP from the Northeast. The Northwest, where Buhari is from, they've served their time and they feel like, okay, let's move it. Now zoning is working.
Yes.
At this point, zoning is working. But before that, it was not working. Even with the PDP,
yes.
right now, it's about zoning.
Yeah.
Now it's down to VPs. It's about zoning. So they want to zone it to the Northeasterns, okay? Now, you have Lalong. Lalong of Plateau State. You have Boss Mustafa. You have Boss Mustafa is from Adamawa, but he's showing no interest. You have Dogara, okay? Dogara, former Speaker of the House, okay? And these are Christians, as in when you come to Lalong, you come to Dogara. But there are still strong indications that it might just have to be a northerner, because they are also looking at the Muslim North. And mind you, the North is dominated by Muslims. Okay? Christians are wholly minorities there. You can't go to Kaduna because nobody in Kaduna has strong force. You go to Kano, no, I mean in terms of Christians don't have strong force in Kaduna in their politics. As far as I'm concerned, El-Rufai has really brought them so down that they don't have wings out there. Okay, by Wednesday, we will get to know who they are going to pick. Okay?
Yeah.
Now going to the PDP. The PDP, definitely it come to South. Zoning has come to play, like I tell you. And strong indication is that he's moving to South-South. South-South candidates like Wike, who came second, and you know that Wike has his army.
A lot.
He has his army.
In fact, he has his
money.
stronghold here in the South-South. Yeah.
But the question now is about compatibility. It is not just about having your army.
Yes.
It's about, will you be compatible with this person? So, mind you, in 1999, during the reign of Olusegun Obasanjo, he found out that there wasn't peace between him and Atiku. Because of power, they weren't compatible. Okay? Now, look at Yemi Osibanjo and Buhari. Compatibility is there. So you need to find a candidate that you can work with.
Yeah.
And in many times, it comes with age. You must be, in Nigeria, you know, seniority. Age. We do so much with age here. Yeah. So it has to be somebody much younger Mind you, when Osibajo came in, he was in his 50s, late 50s actually. Yes. Okay. So now for the PDP, they are looking at Wike, they are looking at Odom Emmanuel, they are looking at Odom Emmanuel of governor of Akwa Ibom State, they are looking at Okowa, the governor of Delta State. For me, if you check by these three persons, in terms of reach and army, Wike is top there.
Popularity.
And popularity. Wike is top there. That is his strong point. Okay. For Okowa, his strong point is that he looks like somebody that is calm.
Yeah, so he'll be loyal.
He'll be loyal, hopefully. But mind you, he still has issues with the Buharis family. That's aside. Okay. Oh, Odom Emmanuel. Yeah. Odom Emmanuel is two-way. Odom Emmanuel for me has some popularity because he came about third or fourth from the primaries. Yeah. He got about 40-something votes, which is a lot. One of that, will I say, strong point for him is that he has the age. Okay. Yeah. He's young. But one issue I have with him is in terms of compatibility. Mind you, he has issues with his then boss, Akpabio. So, could that also happen later when, mind you, brother, Tinubu, they need to place it with Tinubu's assistant or VP because Tinubu looks fragile, whether you like it or not. I'm not wishing him there too, but you know what I'm talking about.
So they need to put somebody that could be the likely choice of president.
100%.
You know,
100%.
In case something happens.
100%. And please, shortly, Labour Party. I need to mention Labour Party because you can't take it away from them. Those guys are the third force. Yes. They are always on the news. So P2B, there was this insinuation last week that P2B and Kwankwaso are trying to form a coalition. But the question now be, will Kwankwaso
want to be
a VP
when he sees himself as the president's presidential candidate?
Yes. Okay, so you cannot take it away from them. In as much as they want to form the coalition, mind you, the party itself is a third force.
It is. Now, talking about Labour Party, you know, Peter Obi, a lot of Nigerians seem to like him. They want him. But you know, it's not enough to just want him. There's this fear for a lot more Nigerians that have, you know, the historical experience of how elections are being run in this country. There's this fear in the minds of such people that it's not enough to be popular and a lot of young people want you. Will you be able, do you see Peter Obi as that candidate that will be able to take out this, in quotes, very huge mountains in person of Atiku and Tinubu to finally clean the ticket as the president of Nigeria? Did you see that? Do you see that happening?
I see that happening. If only, one option, if only the youth will come together. If the youth come together, Mr. Bule, just like what happened, NSAS was just a snippet.
Yes, and I see that happening again.
If they come together as one, my brother, no mountain, they will crush all the whole mountains. If they can come together and say, see, P2P is the guy. Everybody stay clear. We're going for P2B. Yeah. Whether not south to religion lines, it do not matter. Yeah. Because right now, the youth are tired. You can see it on their faces. They're tired. The poverty rate is too much. In fact, the youth need to take back their country. Yeah. It is theirs, for crying out loud.
It's true. It's true. And you know, I hear Olu Obasanjo speaking in one of his interviews where he was saying that the youth of Nigeria needs to rise up. I mean, if they say the nation belongs to the youth, or they need to, this is the now, that time where
it is their country.
This is now. They need to get
up. It is their country.
I mean, with the increase in registration for PVC, it's beginning to tell a different story. It's beginning to show us a different side of Nigerians. Since the emergence of these presidential candidates from the famous PDP and the APC, I mean, a lot more people have called for a little more time for the PVC registration, and we could see the number of persons trooping in every day and staying there to ensure that they get registered. It's beginning to tell a different story.
And INEC has seen it.
Yes, and they are beginning to consider. They are beginning to consider to shift the time, yes. And we hope that they do so that a lot more people will get involved. Because folding hands will just give us a very negative story. In fact, it will take us back to where we're saying we want to come out from. All right, let's take one last paper before we leave, and that will be the Punch newspaper. Don't forget, you can also get a copy of these papers and read up the stories for yourself. And let's start with the big headline here. It says APC may unravel Tinubu's running mate Wednesday. Party focuses on Northeast. Party won the over Muslim ticket. Majority leader says no cause for alarm. VP should come from Northeast. Governors focusing on the zone. Ado Dogoa, lawmaker speaking there. APC may concede Senate president to Southeast, Speaker to Northwest. All right, and then we also see here, blackout worsens as grid collapses. Fifth time in 2022, Mr. Victor. That's one problem that seemed to want to stay and not go away. This is the fifth time that we're having, you know, the national grid collapse again. We've talked about this here before, but it is still in our face, and it looks like they don't know what to do. What's your take on this?
It is very shameful. It is very shameful. Look at what is happening in the whole world. Electricity bills are going high because of energy issues, worldwide issues that we have. But in our own country, we have this thing on a platter of gold.
Yeah.
We have water. We have the sun. Is it not sun that is hammering us? We have gas. We have natural resources that can give us this power, this electricity. But leadership issues, as far as I'm concerned, whether they will say tomorrow night, they will say vandalism, or they will say saboteurs. My brother, a country of 200 million persons, we cannot even boast of 4,000 megawatts. It is a shame.
It is.
Look at Egypt. Look at Egypt. Egypt has more than 50,000. Look at South Africa. Are they better than us? Are they more blessed than us? It is a big shame.
It is. I agree with you.
Look at how, okay, look at even IMF came out the other day to say that they are prospecting that that crude will hit $140 per barrel at this point. Look at Nigeria. Is this not the best time to cash out? Is this not the best time? In fact, they say that refineries overseas, that they are making money now. If you go, there was the other time in Quest Means Business on CNN. A refinery owner was so happy. In fact, you see the joy that these guys are minting money. Look at our refineries. Our only hope now for refineries is now Dangote. The rest are now, let them, as far as I'm concerned, let them sell them off. They are a big disgrace. This government, not just this government, the government of Nigeria for the past 20 years, in fact, since 1999, I need to blame it on this democratic regime. They have nothing to do about power as a whole, both electricity and our hydrocarbons.
Yeah.
It's a shameful thing.
The whole system has collapsed in their hand, and it's a very, very sad story. All right, Mr. Victor, that's what you can take today. Thank you so much for your time. And to our viewers, we want to thank you for staying with us and participating in this program up till now. We want to thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your holiday, but that's all we'll be taking today on the News Super Review. Till next time, I come your way again. My name is Williams Abule. Do well to join us when we come on with a new episode of the News Super Review. Stay well and stay safe.